Okay, we're going to talk about our narcissistic mother, or maybe it's a father that you have in your life. But we're going to talk about how critical they can be. How many of you have ever had a conversation and man, it turns into this, you're not doing this and you're not doing that. And why can't you do this right? They're so critical, right? Like you can make an A on a test, and I had this happen all the time growing up. I'd make an A, and the question would be, well, why isn't it an A plus? God forbid if I made a B minus. It's just that criticalness in them, right? And it messes with us, no doubt, right? And then we tend to attract people, friends, whoever that is, that they have that same critical spirit. So I want to answer the question just from years of observation, from walking with other people through this process. Um, are they capable of not being critical? So, one of the things that I have seen from just walking this and walking it with other people is that typically, and you can go back and look at your parent, typically their parent was very critical of them. So, it's this generational thing that has to stop with us, hands down, has to stop with us. They don't know any better. And so you may say what I said to the counselor, well, why don't they just learn better? Why don't they figure out that they can make changes? And the problem is that, unlike you and I, who have become aware of all the stuff, right? And we're making those changes, they don't see that there is a problem. They don't see it. They're so self-involved, self-centered, that it's everybody else's problem. It's not yours. And that is absolutely not true. Okay. But are they capable of not being critical? When I asked the counselor this question, um, her answer didn't make me happy. The answer was basically not really, because they're not aware and they don't really want to be aware. They like the attention that being the victim, that kind of gives them some power when they can be critical of everyone. Um, and so, a couple of tips: no contact is one of them. If you pick up the guide there, I'm going to walk you through like how to do that without losing your ever loving mind, and some things to put in place to protect you. But the only person that you can change is you. Okay, so you have to become aware, because that spirit kind of gets passed on, right? And so you need to look at yourself and say, are there moments where, man, I'm super critical? And begin to work with professionals, begin to work with um, just stopping that, just being aware of it and stopping it. Okay. Are they capable of not being critical? Probably not. Not unless they decide they're going to make some changes. Okay. Now you can do no contact. There are some things that you can do if you just have to be with them in the room, um, that will help you. I kind of outline those in the book, like how do you handle family gatherings, because you've got to take that power back and be able to walk that out without getting sucked into them being critical. Okay. And I just want to say this over you. So many times we take those words to heart, right? I'm not good enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not smart enough. That's what we hear when they're so critical. Okay. I want you to grab your Bible, grab a trusted friend, um, really begin to journal and pour into, who does God say you are, though? Because He doesn't say those things about you. Okay. You've got to be able to release those critical words. Okay. It's not going to happen overnight. Like, this is an ongoing, I am 9 years, nearly 10 years down this journey. It's ongoing. Okay. But now when somebody says something, or some sort of critical word comes up, I can literally just release it. Okay. I'm catching myself. And I want you to be able to do the same thing. Okay. So it's ongoing, but don't let their trauma take you into depression and anxiety, and just not believing in yourself. Okay. It's their trauma. Okay. It's their criticalness, that's their critical spirit, that's feeding your soul, so unhealthy. Okay, so become aware of it, and then just release those critical words. Okay, for me, it was no contact. Okay, I just couldn't, I needed to learn who I was and not go down the path of um, listening to those lies anymore. Okay, grab the book. If you're going no contact or even thinking about it, there's a ton of resources in there of things I wish I would have known, things I wish I would have put in place that would have caused a lot less heartache. So definitely grab that. Okay. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Okay. What does a critical spirit do to you? Okay. Is that something that you're dealing with your parent? Okay. I want to know.